Okay, I could be writing an extremely detailed and emotional video essay on my past experiences in my life. Or I could just look at some memes. And with that, welcome to the first episode of Trans Memes here on this channel. Let's have a great time. At work, have to take a call. Decide to use girl voice. Getting called ma'am and sweetie. Nice. Good job, girl. That's one of the best feelings you can get. I myself, I have a part-time job in retail, and sometimes I get quote-unquote mistakenly called a woman, because when I'm at work I'm not out and I'm going to boy mode there. But every time that happens, it just made my day. Even when they are correcting themselves afterwards, but hey, it's the little things that matter. Fondly remembering the time two of my transphobic colleagues wouldn't eat my baking, so I made progressively more delicious and elaborate cakes and watched them die inside from their own bigotry. That's the way to go. God, I wish I could bake, but every time I try it just ends up horribly. I can cook, that's just fine, but as soon as I try to use the oven to bake something, it's a disaster. But that would be worth learning baking for, just so I could stick it to those transphobes. You're going to sleep now? Yes, now shut up. But what if you're just faking it? Oh god, no. Don't get there. Occasionally these thoughts happen, and that's normal. But I'm pretty sure if you're watching this, and if you're browsing any of these subreddits, and even if you're just thinking about maybe being trans or not being cis, then it's most likely the right thing. Just don't give in to any doubts and do what feels right for you. Transfams after using pencil eyeliner for the first time. and it's Vaggie from Aspen Hotel with the most beautiful and giant lashes I've ever seen. And I wish I could use that thing. I suck so terrible at using eyeliner. Everything else is fine. But eyeliner, I just can't do it. And it doesn't matter if it's liquid, if it's a pencil. I always mess it up. Rank Castle said trans rights. God damn, that's so cool. Now I can't stop imagining the Punisher going around with his skull suit in the trans colors and just doing things to everyone that's against us. Would be nice. Would watch that. But of course I can't legally support those actions. But personally, I still would and do if it's hitting maybe the right persons who deserve it. But no harm to anyone. Today I caught my brain cell off guard. Oh, important, it's just one brain cell. And told it I don't need to wear all black or pink to be a girl. So I put on my camo trousers and blue hoodie and still walked about like the queen I am. That's the attitude, girl. Just keep doing what you want. You don't have to be all hyper feminine or trying to be the goth girl you ever wanted to be. It's totally fine to wear normal things, or even just like things that are considered androgynous or more male. It's fine, you can still wear it. You're still you're still a girl, and that's the point. You can wear whatever you want as long as you're feeling comfortable in it. So, why did you choose to transition? First of all, being trans isn't a choice. But smaller hitbox. But actually, it's boobs. Mainly boobs. I mean, I can't say I disagree with it. Those are nice. Small hitbox are nice too. But boobs, I mean, just saying. Euphoria from other sources. Euphoria from my hair being curly. I totally get that. Ironically, for most of my life I hated my curly hair, but that was when I still considered myself to be a boy. And after realizing for myself that I'm trans and actually embracing that, I started to quite like it. Especially now with HRT, it's gotten even better because my hair just looks way better than it ever did, and I'm really happy about that. Also, that's a pretty nice meme template. Shout out to Cat from Cafe Foxtail. You're doing God's work out there. Feeling chest hurting after a couple of weeks on HRT. Oh my god, it's happening. It's going to happen. Everybody, stay calm. Oh, I totally get that. Just a few weeks after, when you hear that stinging pain for the first time, and you've never in your life been so happy about feeling pain, and just every time it hits, there's just this little smile, and the thought of it, knowing that it's just going to be great, even you have to suffer a bit to get there. But hey, we suffered quite a few years before that, so what's a bit of pain for our happiness? No oohing beyond this point. Shit, all girls, now we have to leave. We can't go there. It's like a magic barrier that's repelling us. So we have only one choice to get past this. We have to send all the trans masks to destroy the sign so we can go there. Because who is hindering us from going wherever we want? My fellow queer and trans people, in these horrifying times, now more than ever, it is so important we prioritize having an unhinged amount of filthy queer sex. That's the attitude, go get it. Couldn't have said it better. Trans people deserve to transition so they can live happily. Transphobes, if those kids could read, they'd be very upset. Yeah, they would be, but they shouldn't be. I just can't get over the fact that some people are so entitled that they can't let us just be happy and just be ourselves. It's just so mind-numbing to know that so many people have so many problems against us for literally just existing, although we've probably never done anything to them, and most of them never have actually seen a trans person. But hey, it's all propaganda and the right wing, and people are falling for it, and it's just sad. But don't get discouraged by that. It's just a loud minority, and most people are actually very supportive. The all reliable. Still cis though. Well, it's too late for me, but hey, if you have to hide some things because it's not safe for you, that's a way. A few years ago it was no homo, but now we've upgraded. Now it's still cis though. Shout out to all my ex. Hey Patrick, are you mad too? Yeah. Why are you mad? Trans women can't get pregnant. Okay, so that's kind of a hot topic. I personally don't have a desire to get pregnant or anything like that. I'm totally fine staying as a transbian, but I can definitely understand that some people want to have that feeling and that experience, and it's really sad for them that they can't have that. But still, if you want to have kids, there are other ways. Adoption, for example, good way to support some kids that most likely had a pretty rough life themselves. So just skipping a few months of suffering. And you're probably craving pickets already, so don't worsen that to yourself. Transitioning. Everything is great, just happy life. Being a trans person in society. And that's when the depression hits. Yeah, it can get really rough. But always try to look for the bright sides. I, for example, always when I go out in full femme and I see people staring at me, I find that kind of amusing, especially when I see that it's this typical kind of old white man that's looking so judgingly at me. I just find it so amusing that just my presence is enough to completely change the mood of them in a second, and they most of the time can't really say anything against it because we're in public, and as soon as they would start harassing me, it would fall back to them. Me after shaving, and it's also smooth and soft and you feel good. Me after my hair grows back 1 day later. It's so frustrating. I feel that so much. It just grows back so goddamn fast, and you try so much to get rid of it. You absolutely nuke every single hair on your body, and the next day you wake up, you look in the mirror, and everything's back. What it feels like to be closeted and listen to your colleagues' opinions on LGBT people. Pain. Yeah, sadly. I can assume that most of us were in that position at least once in their life, that maybe colleagues or friends or family members were just talking badly about LGBT people. It doesn't matter what part of it, if it's against homosexuals, against trans people, or against anyone else. And you just know that you can't really say anything right now because it would directly affect you, and you have to work or live with those people, and that's really frustrating. There's a reason why I haven't outed myself at work, because I often overheard some of them talking about those things. Only recently we had a situation where one of our 2 restrooms, the women's restroom, had a broken door. It was locked and you couldn't open it, but someone was locked on the inside. So our boss had to kick the door in, and we had no door in the women's restroom for about 3 days or so, so the women had to use the men's restroom. And they were then talking about some stuff and were making fun of trans people because, oh, now the women had to use the men's bathroom, and that's so not right. And I was just standing next to them, and I just had to hold myself back so badly to not just start freaking out and shouting at them for all the nonsense that they are talking. Okay, we have trans femmes on the left laughing, trans masks on the right also laughing, and transphobes in the middle just being annoyed that we're making fun of them. And I couldn't care less for them. Let's make fun of them because they're ridiculing us, and we can do the same. We don't have to be as violently as them about them, but we can still use it against them. We can make fun of them so that they get a slight idea of what we're dealing with every single day. Dysphoria be like, meh, I'm used to it. 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 I'm so tired of being in pain all the time. I hate my body. I hate being like this. Everything is in agony. Please make it stop. I'm exhausted. Please. Meh, I'm used to it. Meh, I'm used to it. That's pretty much sums it up. It's not a constant state that's always there. It's just hitting sometimes, but when it hits pretty heavily. And I can just recommend trying to find a way to battle against your dysphoria. There are many things that can help depending on the situation. For example, what I like to do is just doing a bit of skincare and stuff like that. That helps me relax, put on some good music from my dysphoria playlist, and just take a bit of time to calm down, take it in, and after that, most things are alright. Also, you should probably get someone you can talk to. I know it can be quite hard, especially if you're not out yet, but trust me, just having like one close friend or family member that you can talk to in situations like this is helping a lot. My current self and my old self interacting inside my head, and it's just Guts and Sailor Moon both smoking outside in the rain, and that image is just such a mood. Every time I look at like old teenage pictures of me, and I was just a super edgy boy that tried to fit in somehow but also stand out, and now I'm just living my best of life, just living the best of my life, just trying to be a cute girl. And sometimes the depression still hits and it comes to situations like that. Me having a panic attack after realizing that I'm trans. Still cis though? Maybe? Probably? Not. Okay, listen here, my sister or brother, whatever. If you're at the point that you realize it, it's completely normal to be an emotional wreck. I had that experience myself when I first realized it, and I was at that moment talking with my girlfriend from the time, and we were talking about that and trying to figure stuff out together, and I was such an emotional wreck. I couldn't stop crying, and just my feelings and thoughts went everywhere because it was so much that I realized in this moment and so much I had to process, but it's completely fine. So just give it some time and wait about it. Think stuff through, maybe talk to someone. It helps, it gets better. And in the end, I'm pretty sure that it's the right and not really decision, but the right step to take. So just give yourself a bit of time and you'll get there. Me, a boy moding trans femme, that totally looks like a guy, but I keep getting gendered feminine for some reason. Hey? Surprise? Hey? Ow? Excuse me? It's exactly what I said earlier. When I'm at work, I sometimes get misgendered, in quotes. Yeah, it happens. Surprise? If you feel like a girl, you act like a girl, you get seen and treated as a girl. Even when you're trying to hide it. Babe, it's 4 PM. Time for shaving to combat dysphoria. Yes, honey. Oh yeah, the pain. Like I said earlier, dysphoria can be a real bitch, but find your ways against it. Shaving could be one option. And I've definitely been there, just like 4 PM, 3 AM, in the middle of the night, out of nowhere, just getting out of my bed and looking for my razor and just getting rid of every single strand of hair that I can find. Okay, looks like we get some starter packs, starting with the Trans Gamer starter pack. And first of all, it's the pink razor Kraken. I might have exactly those headphones lying behind me. I'm currently using the normal wireless V3, but I have those kitty ears behind me. Silent Hill 3. Don't really see that one, but hey, if that's your comfort game, go for it. Fallout New Vegas. I've only recently started my first playthrough of New Vegas. I'm about 30-40 hours in now. It's a good game. Animal Crossing. Yeah, pretty sure most of us in our childhood were playing Animal Crossing. And for some reason, we've always been playing as the opposite gender, just like in Pokemon, which I would definitely include in here. Because holy fuck, that gender choice at the start of every Pokemon game was definitely one of my earliest signs. Then you've got the programmer socks. I might be wearing some of those right now. Maybe. Just maybe. Having a cute pink PC case. Okay, mine's not pink, but it has anime girls all over it. So I think that counts. Then you've got Monster, the pink one in here. Yes, definitely. So I've got an unhealthy addiction towards Monster, and kind of funny right at this moment, I'm actually drinking the pink one. I never buy the pink one. My go-to is always the blue mango one, but for some reason a couple of days ago I decided to buy some other flavors, and I had the pink one open just now. And Overwatch? Yeah, I mean, I can see getting gender envy from some of their characters, but that's not my that's just not my game. Stardew Valley, same point as with Animal Crossing. Stardew Valley is just Animal Crossing in a different art style. Okay, going over to a stereotypical trans girl starter pack now. First off, we have Banks with a picture of Icky. Oh, that's an old picture. Don't have films, but moving on, we have hello, my name is Alice, Lilith, Emily. Yeah, listen, those are all beautiful names, and everything is fine. I myself am part of the hello, I am basic girl, my name is Chloe. But yes, they are basic as fuck. And probably every third or fourth trans femme has one of those names, at least. Then the typical black, oversized dysphoria hoodie, everyone has one of those. Good old IKEA shark. I'm not going to start a war over how to pronounce the name, so I'm just calling it Shock. Autism spectrum disorder. Not diagnosed with that. Pink Monster again. Any role-playing game. Listen, I've played so much D&D, and only one of all of my characters has been a male. There were definitely some signs. And the last picture, just the typical first trans femme outfit that you get. Just some big old black boots, some fishnets, a skirt, and a black shirt. That's as basic as it gets, but it's still like I can fit so much euphoria in this one outfit. Finally choosing a name. 2 weeks later, being unhappy with it again. And hey, that's fine. It's absolutely normal that you find a name that you first off think is like, that's my name, but when you start using it and you kind of want to distance yourself from it again because it just doesn't feel right. That's normal, and that's part of the process. I myself I've tried out like 5 different names in the beginning and eventually stuck with Chloe then because I felt like that's just the one for me. But I also tried some other ones, and like I said, that's normal, and eventually you will find yours. Just don't give up and try around. I'm not trans. I just want to wake up as a girl with people using she/her pronouns for me and take estrogen and get bottom surgery and still cis though? My sister, listen here. You are everything but still cis so. Just accept it. It's gonna get better. Hello to all the beautiful trans girls out there. Yes, you're reading this post, are valid. And hey, it's not only the trans girls, also the trans boys, the non-binary ones, and everyone else. You all are valid, and I hope you're all having a great day and just living the best of your life. Don't get others to pull you down, and just remember, no matter how you feel, how you want to be, you are valid. And as a special treat for all my trans femme sisters out there, you're a good girl. You're the type to set your character as a woman in games, aren't you? Yes. Yes, I am. Always have been. Started with me as a child, playing Pokemon and games like that. I always choose the female ones. And actually that's one of my biggest points in realizing I'm trans was whilst I was playing Final Fantasy XIV and I was playing with a female character, and I joined a guild and we were talking and using our in-game names just to stay a bit anonymous and to make things easier. And then I was spoken to as if I were a woman, and holy fuck did that feel good. I think that was the final push that made me think about everything considering my gender identity. I want to buy a skirt. How the hell do I figure out my size? You know, there's this simple but quite handy tool. It's called a tape measure. You're welcome. But jokes aside, figuring out your sizes is a science in itself. When I first started wearing female clothes, I struggled so much with trying to pick the right sizes, and I have my sizes for my current body shape pretty much figured out by now. But as I'm still early on in HRT, I've right now hit the 2 months mark, I know it's going to change. A lot. And quick. So I know that I have the pain of going to figure it out again, and again, and again. Until it finally is final, and you can just measure it out one last time, and then you have finally inner peace of mind. I never felt dysphoric about my height until I looked at skirt sizes online. Oh yeah. I already talked about the problem of sizes, and I'm not really that tall. I'm like 170 centimeter, not freedom units. And even for that, which is pretty small for a male, it's still considered relatively tall for a woman. And trying to find clothes on the right side is so much harder than it was before, especially shoes. Either you can't find any in your size, or if you do find them, they are so damn expensive. Better to shave everything, and it took 2 freaking hours. Yep, that's just how it is. It takes forever for the first time. Important is keep at it. Don't let it grow back too much. Just take the time to shave every few days, and it will get much quicker. I feel super cute in my sweater dress now. Totally worth it. And that's the neat part about it. After you've done with all the stressful shaving, you finally get to enjoy all the spoils of it. And it feels so much better. It's just so soft and squishy. Okay, this one has to make it in video. Just for the other posts, so here are my freshly painted nails. Done with warmer paint and lack of nail polish. And my sister, I commend you for wasting your money on warmer paints, using it to paint your nails. Because 1, those are really expensive. I know from experience I have way too much warmer paints. And not only paints. Boy. Besides that, those are terrible for painting nails. They are so hard to stick to that. Like painting your skin with it, no problem, dries in an instant. By getting it on your nails, it's just like so thick and chalky and wouldn't stick. So respect for putting that off. Also, I think this is Emperor's Children pink, if I'm not mistaken. Could be another kind though. Trans girls seeing themselves dressed up for the first time and just getting all red. And I can relate so much with that. I still remember vividly when I first went out to buy girl clothes and I was in the dressing room trying all different kinds of things on. And when I looked in the mirror in the dressing room, I just melted into a puddle because I was so happy about it. It's a good memory. Me, dysphoria, and just slapping on the skirt go spinny. Oh yeah, that helps so much. Just going back to a few memes prior when I was talking about trying to get your personal dysphoria routine. Skirt go spinny, definitely one of the best ways. I'm going to come out to my family soon. Any tips? So, this is getting a bit tricky right now. But I try to be as helpful as I can because I know many are struggling with coming out. And I only recently came out to my family like 2 or 3 weeks ago. So the memory is still pretty fresh. Yeah, there are a lot of things you can do. So if you don't feel like talking directly to them, you could try considering writing a letter and just writing it all down, giving it to them, or dropping it off with them. And just giving it to them, or put it in a place where they will find it while you are away, however you prefer it. And then you are at a completely different place. Best is if you are meeting up with a friend and they have time to read everything and process it a bit. But I also know that it's not always that easy, and I myself preferred talking to them because I felt like if I really want to express how I'm feeling, I would need to do it in person. But I know that that is something that not everybody can do and wants to do, so the latter option is definitely viable. Like I did, talking to them is one way you can do it, but also a way that is very stressful. So if you don't feel like you are ready to tell them directly, or at least when you're alone, try getting a friend or a family member, maybe a sibling, to come help you. Like for example, before I came out to my parents, I came out to my sister way earlier, like 5 months or so earlier. And if I wanted to, I could have asked her to sit by my side and just help me to probably get out all of my feelings. But I did it on my own. But that's absolutely fine. Or if you don't have a sibling, try a friend. That's also good. As long as you have somebody with you that's giving you support and keeping you calm and comforts you, that's a good way to do it. And there are probably a lot of more ways you could do it. I've seen some pretty creative ones. But yeah, you have to figure that out for yourself. And it also is always depending on so many things in your situation, like how do you think your family is going to react? Do you know they are supportive? Do you know they are against everything LGBTQ? And so many factors that factor into that. So take your time, don't rush things, but if you need support, get it support. And I hope for everyone who's planning to come out soon that it's going to go well. Oh, these glasses? I wear them so nobody can tell what I'm looking at. And we have Vi looking respectfully at Caitlin. And, oh wait, I can do the same. And you know what I'm seeing? I see some pretty girls and boys and beans. I sentence you to 10,000 years of soft forehead kisses. Guards, take this cutie patootie away. Can I sign up for this? Can I get it? Is there a line? Can I wait somewhere? I want to volunteer myself to this punishment. My friend wants to propose to her girlfriend to marry her by not offering a ring, but having a sword forged, a proposal sword. I am alive for the most lesbian thing ever. Oh yes, and I want one myself. Where can I get one? I wonder if it screams, she's gay, when I put it on my college bag. And it's an acrylic tag of main user from Citrus. And I can say from personal experience, because I have done literally that, it works. So I'm a university student and I had to go on a field trip to an island with my biology class. And my backpack had lots, like lots of buttons and pins of a lot of Yuri mangas that I was reading at the time. But I've got at conventions at other occasions. And it actually made some pretty good friends because of that. And I don't want to flex, but I kind of have to, because I am one of the lucky few 300 people in the world that own a signed art book of Citrus. And when I won the lottery to get it, that was like one of the happiest days in my life. So I kind of have to let it out right now. Going to sleep at a normal, reasonable hour. Staying up until 4 AM listening to lesbian and sapphic songs. I've had so many nights like that. Like half of my Euphoria playlist is just full of lesbian and sapphic songs. And whenever I'm feeling dysphoric or just down in general, I listen to that and it helps me so much. And my sleep schedule is fucked anyways, so hey, why not? If you're seeing this, that means you've stayed with me till the end, and I just want to say thank you for that. This video has gotten way longer than I originally had planned it to be, but I just had so much fun making it and I'm already looking forward to make way more. I would really appreciate it if you'd subscribe and like the video, just to help me grow and reach more people. But with that being said, thank you for watching, and hopefully until next time.